Hey guys, welcome back. It's grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raid Shadows. Hopefully doing well, and hopefully you're looking after yourselves, and hopefully having a positive start to the week wherever you are. C is about to kick off in 30 minutes. So when this video will go live, you guys will be battling out for your relic material. So good luck to everyone in C. I know I'm planning to go a little bit hard for these relics as well. We've got plenty of Sand Devil and bits and bobs to go on for sure, and some stuff going on. Either way, good luck to everyone, and hopefully you win. Let me know down in the comments if you are going to go hard for the relics or not, and what do you guys feel about the relics as well. So today's video, I wanted to do a test comparison over Marius in the builds. This is between a 9-piece Merciless and a 9-piece Slayer. I've had a lot of people recently saying a 9-piece Slayer gear is better than a 9-piece Merciless, and I'm here to disagree with some of you guys and to kind of show you my theory and my evidence I have to suggest for it and overall. Anyway, so which one is better, 9-piece Marius in Slayer or Merciless? Let's find out. Let me know down in the comments what do you think is better before you see the evidence, and then we'll go into it as well and then talk about some things that could potentially throw off the theory a little bit, and reason why I still think it is better. So let me go ahead, get the clip, and we'll have a look, and we'll do some bits and bobs. Right, so I wanted to pause it here and kind of just show you what's going on. So as you can see here, we have defense down and weaken in the clip. And you can see here that we kind of want this to go through. And then we want to have a look at Marius's damage from the ally attack on the A1 and also Marius from the A3. So you can see that he pumped out around about 3.3 million on that nice A2 that he got there. It is pretty big damage, right? Like for a Marius hit, 1.1, 1.1, and 1.7. So we got some big numbers come through. Then Brimstone coming through with 350k as well. And yeah, anyway, so then obviously this is going into this. We'll take a look into watch this go into the full 10 minutes. Now we only took this around 10. I did run this multiple times past the RAM form, right? Because I wanted to go past the RAM form to kind of show the testing for sure. So you can see here we have the Marius coming in with 13.5 million, and the damage after turn 10 is 20 million. Now I did multiple runs for this, and I was just testing it to see it, and I was roughly an averaging between turn 20 to turn 22 turn 20 million to 22 million for this. Now if we go to the YouTube side, and you can see here that after turn 10 with a 9-piece Merciless, we're at 34.4 million here. So it's a pretty big hit and pretty juicy. I do want to go back a little bit and just show you how much damage the Marius is doing with the extra ignore defense, because we know that the Marius, the 9-piece defense from the Marius can do a lot of work. So we can see here 9.944 is very fast right now. So let me go ahead and slow this down so we can see this in all its glory. Let's play back the speed like this. So there's 1.3 on the last hit. Can't exactly see the numbers. So 900 and then 1.3 and then 1.2 it looked like. So with some big damage coming through there, and you see there we're already ramping up our damage with the 9-piece Slayer, 9-piece Merciless compared to the 9-piece Slayer, right? So you can see that the damage is totally different. You can see here we're actually ramping up to nearly 30 million damage. Nearly 30 million damage. I think the highest with Merciless was 90, was like 35. And you can see here turn 5 that the build, that the 9-piece Merciless just wasn't as effective. So this is the 9-piece Slayer, isn't as effective as the 9-piece Merciless by far. So you can see here there is a big damage difference, a big damage difference between them, right? And there is multiple videos that you can see on his team in the 9-piece Slayer, which is in the description of the video for that one. This one's the boss Slayer video, and both of them have got the boss Slayer on. Both of them have the cat relic on as well. So you can see here there's a massive difference between the two. I know there's been a lot of questions over the builds and etc. So let me show you the builds and everything else. Now we do have a little bit less critical damage in the video. I think the video has I did try and get the stats as close as possible. So you can see here, oh god, ad. We don't want to see ad. So you can see here that there is a slightly more defense, critical damage on that build compared to mine. So you got 402. So I'm missing 30 critical damage, and then I'm missing 900 defense. Now, the 900 defense is a big thing, but bearing in mind the A2 ability works on enemy max HP damage, which is pretty useful. Defense does help a little bit, but enemy max HP is a big factor for Chimera. So you can see that the gear is not that much weaker. And honestly, if I had more Sand Devil oil and dust, I probably would have reworked a couple of pieces to kind of shown this a bit better. But overall, the stats are not too far different. If anything, he's got a little bit more speed in the 9-piece Slayer, and the stats are really good overall. And you can see here we've got the same relics on as usual, which is what it is with them. And they're still using Slayer and the same masteries. So these are the stats that we're using for that. And obviously what I'm running from Merciless is, or let me say this build before I move on, because I might try and test this in Hydra as well. I won't make a video on it, but I might test it in Hydra. And then you can see that these are the stats here in the 9-piece Merciless. There's honestly not much difference between them in the two builds. So for me, just from testing that and seeing that, the 9-piece Merciless getting a 50% chance of getting an extra turn over the Slayer set, which would have been, if we swap back to it, the 9-piece Slayer set would be extra turn meter fill, right? So it has a 30% chance of dealing extra AoE damage. So 30% chance to deal additional AoE damage based on the damage dealt on AoE attacks. And then ignore defense is still 30 when Merciless is 35. And then we see this here that we can get a little bit of turn meter fill 5 per hit. So in Chimera, we're only getting 5%, and in Hydra, you will get additional 15 extra on this. So it's questions that still be asked if Slayer is better than Slayer is better than Merciless in Hydra potentially, which actually I will test out next week, and I'll put the comment underneath this video if it's better or not, because you are going to get more turn meter fill. But when we're talking specifically about Chimera, I think Merciless is just way better, and it's not even close when we're looking at the damage. But potentially the extra turn meter fill on Hydra could be better than the Merciless, which I need to test that to find out. I've done my Hydra key already, which has Maris in there, so I can't really go ahead and test that for today's video, so I apologize for that. And yeah, I didn't really think about the Hydra side of it until someone commented on my video saying that Slayer was way better than 9-piece Merciless. So I really wanted to kind of put a video out there saying, actually, with all the testing that everyone's done, and it's not the first time I've tested this, I've done testing offline and that's why I never built a 9-piece Slayer on my account for Height Chimera, right? Because Merciless is just way being consistent, even in takeovers. When I'm doing it in takeovers, I've had the same results as well. So for me, if you can get a 6-piece over a 6-piece Slayer, I think that's still better as well. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to test out 6-piece sets of the two and kind of put out another video on that. That could be a different result in a different day because you do get extra turn meter, but bear in mind it's only 5% for Chimera. And overall, hopefully you enjoyed this video and hopefully you appreciate it. And as usual, I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.